What's up again, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a few projects we got to work on. I know it's been a little while since I've posted, but you know, it's been cold, it's been raining, it's been nonstop. Something I don't have a garage. As you can see, I just have the driveway. Wish that garage was mine, but it's not. It's the businesses up front. They put this garage up kind of to just annoy us. We've been fighting back and forth with them ever since we pretty much bought this house. But yeah, we got a couple things to work on. Also, as you can see, that Skyline finally tagged in Virginia. I've been driving that thing for a while now. But we finally got the alternator for the Hyundai Accent. So this guy's going to get the alternator. That's my buddy's Mustang. He wants me to sell it for him. His mom was driving it, smashed up the side of the car. And then we have my brother's Toyota Camry Hydrid. It's a 2011, I think it's a 2.4 Toyota Camry Hydrid, right? Is that what that says? 2.4 somewhere, right? Where is it? Yeah, 2.4. So this one has codes for multiple misfire. I'm going to just try to use the truck box from that guy. I keep these boxes in my truck for any type of like side work or anything that I do. I'm going to try to get these two knocked out with just using that. We got a kit here, spark plugs and coils for the Toyota. And then for the Mustang, let me unlock the door here. We got a box, and the box has the alternator in it right there. So we're going to get all that knocked out. Hopefully that takes care of the issue with this guy here. And I can finally sell this thing. I still got to put together this down here. I haven't figured out yet where this goes. Right here. It goes somewhere into this, I think. I don't know. Maybe it goes into this. And I'm thinking that it goes into this empty slot right here. You can see that. There's an empty slot right there. I'm kind of thinking that's where that goes. Not 100% sure because I don't know. It could potentially go over here. I don't know. I'm trying to find a diagram for it, but I haven't been able to find anything yet. I don't know where any of this goes. I'm hoping I can figure that out once I get to that point, because I don't think it goes into here. All right? No, it's too small to go in there. All right. Yeah, that doesn't go in there. It definitely goes into this one. Maybe I can just look in there to see where it might have gone. Yeah, I have no idea. But either way, I'm going to try to find that, and then I'm going to shove that back in. I'm going to put all this back together, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully that takes care of the issue. We'll know once we get it done. But I'm going to probably do this guy first. My little brothers, I got to get it done and then take it out of the driveway so my wife has her spot back. All right, so anytime you're working on any vehicle, especially with electronics, you should probably disconnect the electrical system. So disconnect the battery. On this being a hybrid, that's probably highly suggested because, you know, orange lines are bad. But we got to take the cover off here. These should be 10 millimeters. That's what I'm going to try to use here. It is 10 millimeters. So this job should be really easy. These are fairly simple to do. And I think they recommend replacing these plugs like every 40,000 miles. Just move this out of the way. As you can see, it's super simple to get to. I think one of these clips was broken last time I was in here. I thought maybe. Oh yeah, see, there's nothing there holding that on. Actually, there's a few of them. Quite a few of them are broken. They all just kind of pull off, which isn't correct. So we should probably have them order new lines as well, or new wires. Here's the old clips that just kind of broke off. This is really hard to mix these up, so it shouldn't really have an issue, so it shouldn't matter how we take them off. This needs a valve cover pretty bad. I'm not sure if you can see all this, but it's just caked in oil. Probably should have done that as well. There's no oil on that, which is good. It's getting replaced. It doesn't really matter. No oil on that one. No oil on that one. This one took the seal off with it. I need that. You stay right there. You go there. I don't know if the new ones came with seals. I haven't looked. And then we just take these guys out. That was way easier to take out than it should have been, I think. You should gap your spark plugs. Look up the manufacturer specification on gapping your spark plugs. A lot of the times it's not going to make too much of a difference because they come pre-gapped mostly. And I believe most modern cars should have about the same gapping anyway, so it shouldn't make too much of a difference. For a spark plug, it's a little oily, so that's probably not a good thing. That has a little bit of oil on it as well. There we go. Again, a little oily, just like the other one. So this valve cover definitely needs to be replaced. That might be why he's getting a misfire. Yeah, the failed inspection for multiple misfire. And the plugs, yeah, even this one's the exact same way. Look at that one's actually burnt. So it's not that great. They're all about the same. So we'll put new plugs and coils. Take this box over here. We got NGK plugs. And we'll just do the coils after the plugs are all in. These are all, I don't know what these coils are, like what brand they are. I don't remember. But I just want to make sure that they're, oh, they come with the seals. That's good. Just wrapped up. Yeah, it comes with new seals. That's good. I can take those seals off. That's always good to know. Don't need you guys anymore. These two are actually nice and tight on there. That's pretty awesome. They even come with dielectric grease, it looks like. Yeah. So we'll put some dielectric grease on there once we start putting the coils in. It's always nice that they come with those. All right, new spark plugs. Here we go. Take this out. Just drop it in the hole. The cardboard piece. Make sure there's nothing on it. Grab a new coil. Start with number 1. Get it in. Same on that one. That guy's on. And you clip this guy in. That's in. Just go down the line. You cannot mix these up. It's impossible to mix. Oh, I guess technically not. But if you don't get it in order, they're not all going to reach a plug. So if you put them all on and one of them doesn't reach another plug, it means you got it on wrong. But they fall right where they go. So it's nearly impossible to do unless if you're more mentally handicapped than I am. And I'm pretty bad. So now you just put the cover back on. That falls right back in place. Same thing, start by hand. Then sure, these have a torque spec too, and they're probably something simple like 18 or 15 foot-pounds or something like that. But you do that, kind of the same concept as those coils. And that's it. Okay, so I thought about it, and it'd probably help if I started this car. It's a hybrid, so I don't know if the gas engine will turn on right away. Like it started now. Hopefully this engine itself turns on, the gas engine. Because it's running right now, but it's running off electric. Come on. There we go. So the engine doesn't sound very healthy. Like it sounds okay, but it sounds like there's some sort of issue somewhere. The motor mounts definitely need to be replaced. The motor shakes quite a bit. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video. But it's got a little bit of motion. I need to clear the check engine light on this car as well, which I should probably do that as well. But let me see if it still sounds terrible. Nah, it definitely sounds a million times better than what it did when I first did it. It does have a flashing light, but that is, oh, hold on. There it is. That's just a TPMS light. So it's got a bad tire pressure sensor somewhere. I don't know which one is bad, but one of the sensors in the tires are bad. I don't know which one. I don't really care. Neither did they, because that doesn't make you fail the Delaware inspection lanes. So this one's good. We're good to go on that one. I'll clear the check engine light later. They said they might have an evap leak. I don't have my leak test kit with me, so I'll have to figure that out another time. But we'll close this up. Done for now, and then on to this guy. All right, so for this Accent, I have no idea how to take this off. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. I started to spray some of the bolts that I did see, so like right, zoom in a little bit. This guy right here, it's like the tensioner. This guy right here would be the tensioner. Everybody says that you have to replace or take the oil filter off I'm going to try to pull it out from the top so I don't have to pull that oil filter off, because it's not time for an oil change on this. I literally just did an oil change on this. There we go. Now you get on there. Get on there. Okay, well, let me see if I can't show you down here, but down there, right in there, is where the bolt is to take this alternator off. That kind of sucks a little bit. I don't know how I'm going to get down in there. All right, we're going to try this guy. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. Oh, that's so much easier. There we go. Ratchet wrench for the win. Okay, so we got it loose. It kind of just falls out of there. It's really weird. There is an electrical connection on here, which I think is, let me just twist this thing so I can actually see it. Looks like it just kind of unclips from here and then pulls out. All right, anyway, Wasp is trying to get me, trying to attack me. Kept landing on my back. I'm not trying to get bit or whatever those things do. Okay, how does this guy come off? I need to reconsider my life choices here. So this pushes in. Okay. It's a push, not a pull. Well, I guess it's technically a push and a pull, but push the little pin. That comes off. This guy right here looks like it's on a little door. So open that. There's another socket on there. Hopefully that's a 12 too. Looks like it is. All right, so I said screw it and just pulled the thermostat housing completely off the side. Gasket still looks good. It's dumping coolant everywhere, but it's all right. That was pretty much the only way to get that off. This thing was a huge pain. I couldn't get this electrical connection off, and I don't know why. I was pushing down on this guy right here, the clip, and I even pulled up on the other one, and it just wasn't coming. So pulled it out. We'll have to add a little bit of coolant, but that's not that big of a deal. I'm going to go get the other alternator. We're going to throw it in, and hopefully take care of it. And we'll talk about a massive pain in the butt. This thing was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my entire life. It makes no sense. Oh no, don't fall. This whole thing is stupid. To get this thing in is outrageous. Let me just move all this stuff out of the way. So I had to bang the bolt off of this alternator. It didn't want to fit, or it didn't want to come off. Now this guy, you got to get it down here, out of the way, lift this guy up out of the way. This guy goes down into here, sits in a little pocket, and somehow you have to get your hand down here. I don't even know how that's going to work. How's that even going to tighten? Whatever, we'll try. Tensioner out of the way. That guy sits in there. And then you just tighten away on this guy. And this guy. We'll just do it like this. And then we'll just twist it on by hand. So I was bending the bracket because I had this bolt tight while I was trying to tighten this guy, or adjust the belt. So they work in conjunction. You have to have this bolt loose while you're tensioning the belt with this one. Once you get it to the tension that you want it, then you're good to go. Then you can tighten that bolt and you're good. I got the jump box on the battery because this thing is absolutely dead. See if we can't get it to start. Make sure it's out of gear. All right, so it's running. Sounds like it's running pretty smooth. Alternator's working like it should. Everything's connected. Running great. Let me disconnect the battery. And it's still not working apparently. So what's the problem? Is the alternator not working? That makes no sense. They're running. But when I turn the thing off, it shuts off. I don't understand why it's doing that. New alternator, all the connections are connected the way that they're supposed to. What is wrong here? I'm gonna need you guys to let me know. Alternator starts off the battery, runs off the alternator, brand new alternator, good tension, good belts, and it's still shutting off. I'm gonna have to cut the video here, try to figure this out at another time. If you know what that is, please let me know in the comments below. I've never actually experienced that. I've always thought that when it shuts off, when you disconnect the battery, that the alternator itself is bad. Because I've ever replaced that guy for no reason, I'd be a little annoyed. These alternators are not cheap. They're like $300 new, so it's a little frustrating. But yeah, I'm kind of stumped here. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research, or you guys can let me know. That'd be wonderful. But thanks for watching. Give me a little more info if you can, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.